to the Citroen Cactus, a car that distinctively gets two different responses from people. Firstly, that's interesting, never seen a car like that before. Secondly, oh my God, get the kids inside, darling, no, don't look, turn away, run whilst you still can. I don't know what's happening, there's some form of alien craft coming down the street, probably going to probe everyone, just run whilst you can. To be honest, I fall into the former camp rather than the latter. I think it's quite quirky, I think it's different, and I think Citroen should probably be applauded for trying to design a car in a world that is, increasingly every car looks like another, and this just looks like nothing else. You're not going to lose it in a car park. That must be a relatively popular school of thought, because actually Citroen Cactus production had to be upped because Citroen underestimated how many people would want one. This specific Cactus is actually the Rip Curl Special Edition, a partnership between the rather trending surfing company and Citroen themselves. Now, this one in black looks a bit more subtle than one maybe finished in a vivid yellow. Amid the sci-fi externals that come standard with every Cactus, including those rather unique and opinion-splitting air bumps, you'll notice little Rip Curl details such as the unique patterning, smattering of logos, and this being based on the top specification flare model means it gets 17-inch alloy wheels. The interior of the Cactus is just as interesting as its externals. You'll find lots of unique characterful details such as these luggage strap door pulls, further luggage inspired glove compartment, and floating touchscreen display. Said 7-inch display offers navigation, DAB radio, and a host of other phone connectivity options. First thing that hits you is that there's a vast amount of space in here. It's been packaged really well actually, and the panoramic roof above here lets in even more light, further amplifying that spacious feeling. The seats are very comfortable, they're quite spongy, they're maybe not the most supportive in its class, but I have to say I'm quite happy being plonked here for a little bit of time. They sort of mould to your body a little bit, a bit like a memory foam mattress. The rear bench will further accommodate a further 3 passengers, whilst the boot has 358 litres at its disposal. The Rip Curl model also gets orange detailing around the speakers, these orange seat belts, as well as these Rip Curl floor mats.
However, a particular drawback of the interior is that the rear windows are just pop-outs.
Now onto the bonnet of our Cactus is the 110 horsepower 1.2 litre turbocharged engine that's been sort of broadly spread across many Citroens and Peugeots, and to be perfectly honest, that's a good thing. It's a nice revvy engine, keep the turbo spooled up, you'll make relatively swift progress, and it's teamed with this 5-speed manual transmission. Now, it's great around town, but I will say a 6th gear would be more preferable if you were hitting the motorway regularly. There is also a diesel model you can have with the Rip Curl. But also featuring in this Rip Curl model is grip control. This is the only model in the range that you can have it, and it's the same as what you'll find in the Peugeot 2008. Whilst this car's front-wheel drive, grip control can electronically manage the levels of grip beneath the car, and you get a series of modes here for like snow, mud, gravel, etc. to give the car extra grip when maybe the weather would rather you didn't make as much progress as you want. Clearly this car is not an off-roader by any stretch of the imagination, but let's not forget that a front-wheel drive car won the Dakar Rally this year. Driving around town, the Citroen Cactus is an easy car to live with. The control weights are nice and light, the suspension very supple, it's good at soaking up lumps and bumps, and generally speaking it's a relatively soothing machine to drive. It's not too noisy, this petrol engine either, lower in the rev range. Obviously these larger alloy wheels do thump a little bit more than what their smaller counterparts would do, but then that comes down to your choice of style or ride quality. Now obviously these 17-inch alloy wheels do thump into potholes more notably than their smaller counterparts, but generally speaking the ride deals with it rather well. Now something that may surprise you about the Citroen Cactus is that it's actually quite good fun to drive whenever you start throwing it around. Yes, you do have to work that petrol engine quite hard, but there's some joy to be found in that, and going into a corner there's a reasonable amount of body roll, but that then makes the car quite predictable. There's good levels of grip, the steering's actually quite precise. The Cactus is actually respectably efficient with a claimed 65 mpg combined. If you're looking for a car that's really out there and different, the Citroen Cactus is an endearing choice, it has to be said. It has more character than an awful lot of cars in its segment. Or also, if you're looking for a car that's going to scare the neighbour's children, then here you go. You can have one from £12,990, or this specific Rip Curl edition with this engine starts from £18,840.
Thanks very much for watching, and let us know what you think in the comments below. Please subscribe for all of the latest and greatest cars to hit the road. For breaking news and written reviews, visit www.insidelane.co.uk.